Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I did. Welcome to a late night reading. It's a Monday. Dude. Ah. 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 If you play with fire, you're going to get burned. If you play with fire, you will get burned. How did I think I was going to do this teaching without getting triggered? Motherfucker. Dude, my spirit guides, the whole way up the elevator, I'm holding my stomach and I'm like, I hate you guys. Please don't make me tell them. Please don't make me tell them. Please don't make me tell them. I'm still holding my stomach. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I hit my head too. Damn it. Oh, fuck. I want to tell you. Oh, man. I'm fucking so stunned right now. Alright, listen. Oh, man. Every time I think about it, dude, this is the Holy Spirit. You're like, oh, man, I know what I gotta do. I just don't have... Please don't make me do this. I'm right in the dark night of the soul. Welcome. That's what happens. I just thought I could teach about it. I didn't think it was gonna get me. Fucking hate you guys so much. It's literally my spirit guides that did this, bro. Oh, man. Hold on. It happened so fast. I hate them so much. I'm gonna cry, bro. Please don't make me say this. Oh, God. Let me introduce myself. Get out of here. I turned it on. It's on, bro. It's on. Okay, maybe it's not. It's not. Alright, listen, dude. God, please don't make me. Jeez, I hate this. Get ready. This is what it's all about. It's a bunch of these fucked up moments in your life. Let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is... I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer and teacher. I am a shaman, a seer, an oracle, a light worker, a starseed, an earth angel. Yeah, God's little baby there. Mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American symbol. I am your real-time, fucking real-world messenger of God. I am God's first child, the Lilith reincarnated, and all of my dark flavors through incarnation. I am the dark goddess incarnated. Tonight's video is about taking the journey to God through the darkness. I am the only one of my kind because I am the only one that has done this. A lot of people will try to teach you how to become spiritually enlightened by going through the light side. I teach you to go up your ass and find all the answers. We have to go through what was described by Master Carl Jung in all of my books. Carl Jung is a deep journey into your mind to find your soul. All right, that's what I did. Now, all this stuff I'm about to show to you, I didn't have in the beginning. I just started one technique that led to other techniques that led to a huge exploration of myself, which was deemed as the self-healing journey, and as they called the dark night of the soul. That is actually a saying from a poem. It's not actually any kind of teaching. It's a saying from a poem from like medieval times or some shit like that. After I had already started this journey, I started finding tools to help me through the journey. And I use these tools constantly to teach you because the journey, oh God, here they come again. They're not going to let this go. I know. I got to do the teaching and then we'll confess my sins. There's a huge confession about to happen at the end of this. You're not going to want to miss this, bro. I'm scared. I'm full of tears. But, yeah. Oh God, I can't believe you. I cannot believe you guys. I hate you so much, bro. What happened? They triggered a memory that I have to deal with. Oh, God. Oh, God. I want to die. It's called an ego death. You're dying. I'm dying. Anyways, this happens all the time. All the time? All the time. So the marathon continues. In order to ascend, right? You know, to get closer to God, according to the religious teachings of the Kabbalah, which is like Jewish mysticism, what Jesus was bred in, you know what I mean, before he changed the books. In order to get closer to God, there were stages of it that they knew. This was their little mappy map, right? The tree of life. And in that were angelic realms. Now, I'm not sure if in their book, but we do know that evil stems from them. They were the ones that spread the idea of evil, the devil, and all of this shit. Now, as you ascend, you actually descend, and that's where the teachings of Dante's freaking visions come in. Dante painted the same exact map, but he painted it that you had to crawl through the gates of hell to get to heaven. Christianity paints the same picture but without a map. They talk about climbing the mountain, going around the mountain and the levels of the mountain. Now here's what it is. Once you get to the top, which I have, as ascended, full enlightenment, as a Melchizedek, that's that card up there, according to the teachings, you have to take this enlightenment back down, which means you have to fight all of this, which is all of your own system again. Now, this is actually hidden in your chakra system. You're working through and you're opening up your chakra system, which is energetic points where you can connect with the soul, I guess. Right? So, in essence, as you're working through your darknesses, you're actually ascending closer to God. And they say new levels, new devils. As you overcome certain temptations, you're faced with harder levels of temptations, which is all created inside of your mind, your structures, and all of this stuff, right? I did not have any of these teachings when I started. After I started, what I was doing, I was just facing my mind. I woke up with a lot of personalities and a lot of ways of life and a lot of, you know what I mean, programming. And I started breaking through the programming of my mind and reprogramming it based on my heart. And it was these moments, a lot of these scary moments where I had to stand up to myself and to other people and make, you know, big changes based on my heart, even though I was terrified in my skin. Now, as I got in, I don't know how long after I got in, I got this book, right? This is my Bible. This literally starts with it, right? And it teaches stages. It taught me the stages based on dark goddesses, which indeed happens to be parts of me in time, or related to parts of me in time, which awoken, as it said, my dark goddess. All right, so it starts off with who is the dark goddess, which is an actual energy. It's like asking who is God. Well, God is, you know what I mean? He doesn't come in one form. So it goes in to explain how the dark goddess is actually your feelings under the feminine form with feminine representations called goddesses. You have a lot of masculine feelings given to you by God. The divine masculine of you is given to you by God, and you reflect many flavors of God. Sometimes you can be Jesus, sometimes Buddha, sometimes you could be Shiva. There's lots of different, you know, and that goes back to Greeks and Romans. We had they had different gods, aspects of gods, you know what I mean, that ruled over different times, stuff like that. So they teach you who the dark goddess is. The second stage is they teach you what the dark night of the soul is. This is breaking through the barriers of you. The Jewish, as far as we've gotten in this fucking book, and this is what got me fucked up with Metatron, was literally digging into this bullshit, because he created all this bullshit, which is that map you're looking at right there. And that's Enoch, you know, how he explained this. I don't know his teachings yet. I haven't watched the fucking movie or nothing. Anyways, according to this, they start teaching you how you were created. I need my pointer. Point my way through this. From the source. And how you went through different layers. Now, these are represented by planets. So there was different layers of you put into your being. As you break off these layers, now keep up with me, you go through these planetary energies, these pathways back to God. Okay? But once you get back there, trust me, I have videos of it. It's just crying. I'm stuck with them. It's where I'm pretty much at all the time, is in the light. Right? Now you're a light worker and all this. And you have to bring God's messages constantly back. But you have to work through your own system to do it. Right? To create. This is the 5D. This is the 3D. This is the 4D. Well, this is the 5D. Well, they say right here. They say this is the 3 to 4D. Your angels is 4D, bro. So this would be 5D, and as you get up here. So I'm right here with Metatron currently. I can go up to God, but I can't go, I can come back down, but I can't get out of here. This is my current reality of where my mind state is at. That's where Jesus is and all of them too. It's a bunch of them. That's the thrones. They say Jesus sits as the highest throne. What's above him? Home for me, the cherubim. The seraphim, and then God. So in essence, it's just, you know what I mean? So I get stuck in these fucking layers, and I'm used to Dante's version, which are the layers of hell, because I myself am the darkness. So I'm stuck up here, and the only way to get out of here is to get these messages down to you. And that's how it does it. So, in order for me to ascend, I have to descend. Right? So something like this, an opportunity to go into the dark, is better than just sitting around in the light all the time. And if I go to the dark, I end up moving out of the light more and more. It's kind of a weird thing. So that's how it works. That's how the Jewish knew this. I knew none of this. I got this book, and it taught me the dark night of the soul and how this was going to be a, wrenching situation. I didn't really read those pages fully, but as I started to open the book and get in the chapters were describing everything that was happening in my life, and I blamed it on the book as if the book was doing it. The book was preparing me, but I wasn't listening. And so when I started getting into this shit, I was like, holy shit, this fucking book did this to me. I'm serious. I have at least 100 videos blaming it on the book. Are you serious? I swear to God, bro. Because it was so accurate what I was going through. So I went through these stages. I'm going to try to go through this with you. I'm not going to break down everything. I'm going to show you how I used everything and how we use everything in a rotation. Because no matter how it is, we're still in a loop, right? So we still go through our 12 houses, which is our 12 signs of the zodiac. We still go through our 4 seasons and our 6 Sabbaths. I have the Egyptian energy down to a certain calendar, as well as Krishna's and the 9 realms. We're just on rolls of it. We learn how to roll through this, where the ancients already knew, and the animals do too. Something else. Anyways, where did I go to? Fucking Falmanage. Triggers of guilt, shame, and blame. That might be where you're at. Now, this is important for you guys to understand. The dark night of the soul. It'll make you feel like you will intensely lose your mind because you're going through the darkest parts of your mind, as Carl Jung describes. The shadow parts, the parts that you've hidden from yourself, and that's me. Why am I the master at this? Because the whole mind is locked down. My whole life is a shadow. So I can spend my whole life doing this and teaching people how to access repressed memories and emotions of pain and trauma, because that's exactly why my mind is shut down. I can do it from a scientific standpoint, as they call, without medical, inducement, but I do it using spirituality. So that's what makes me a spiritual healer teacher. That's what makes me one of a kind, because I'm not using other people and, other sick people to work on. I'm healing my own sicknesses, and I show others how to heal theirs. Triggered memories. So I teach you stuff like this, using all of these tools. And I encourage you to get the tools you need to, because I'm a teacher. I hope to run a spiritual healing community and educational centers, dude, where I can have these classes. But right now, I am running Hogwarts Station all over here by myself. There are other people that will get to states of enlightenment where I can teach them to access these other dimensions and speak directly, and they can be transmitting all this bullshit so I don't have to do all this shit. That's the whole point of it, bro. But right now, yeah, I'm just an antenna to all the realms, whether the dark or the light. So, let's start. So the first stage you get through, and this is exactly how they would look at it as your chakra system, is Gaia. Alright, this is the initiation to the start of the journey. Right here, the themes are about abundance and gratitude, nature, fertility, feasting, providence, letting go, moving forward, stepping out of your comfort zone, a sense of duty, and trusting the process. Right? So, this is for, And it's funny because, as we say here, offerings are baskets of fruit, loaves of bread, vegetables, vases of flowers, sticks of sage, crystals, black and brown, green candles, barley, and honey cakes. If you've been keeping up with me, we're going into Lagnasa, which is llamas, and this is what starts it. It's funny, they saw me today, they're like, dude, I didn't even recognize you. You changed your hair. I was like, yeah, we're entering into the dark phases.
I picked the color out.
Anyways, moving on. So that's where it is like during this time, I can show you how this all aligns, where the dark night of the soul starts right now. I can show you even from my own videos. My freaking awakening, my full awakening, my first awakening was a week after Labor Day. For real, I'm preparing you for this. We go through these stages, but in different levels, and that's what I'm going to explain to you. Alright, so she's the first one that we start working with. After her, and this is what I had shown if you've been keeping up with me, during June we were here in Fortuna. What was this? The Wheel of Fortune. Time, movement, and change. Unexpected changes, loss, and an indifference to outcome. Meaning you were on the top, and then you're on the bottom, and then you're on the top, and then you're on the bottom, and then you're on the top, and then you're on the bottom. It's just letting things just going with the flow, right? And what I held back was, it's a lot about learning how to lose, how to win and how to lose, and how to keep your cool no matter what happens to you. Why? Because the next stage is Baba Yaga. She teaches you how to lose. And that's, represented by Kali. And this is about harvest, rest, providence, cycles, regeneration, self-sufficiency, honoring your age and older generations. It's about losing everything, but having the hope to start over, that it's just a stepping off point. We all go through these cycles and stages. It's the first to the crone to accept that this is over. You have to start new. It can happen for anyone in their 20s. It can happen in their 30s. It can happen. It's when you realize it's time to make a change, right? And you lose. That's where the foundation happens. This is where they really rip the rug underneath you. Right about here, I would say that's where I lost my house. Probably. Really? Probably. If I could go look back in time, I bet you this was it. But I was just reading the book. If I could go back to those videos, which I can in the documentary, using a video like this, I can show you. That's when I lost my shit. Yep. I wasn't losing shit I was still building up. During the November, December, I was still building up. Come January, I released my video, which was January 7th, or I released my album, January 7th. That starts a whole new season right there. And that's when it got dark for me. Real dark. That's when I started going into it. So that's what I'm saying. Baba Yaga would have been about that time. It says autumn and winter. But as we approach it, that's it. I was off the track. I'm now on cycle. But I was learning the cycles, So that's Baba Yaga. She teaches you all that fucked up shit. Emotional development. Rejecting victimhood. Accepting, this was for the best. Not blaming people and shit like that. Banishing negativity and stuff like that. Alright, so the next stage, this is really harsh, because now after you've lost everything, come a sense of jealousy, coveting, envy. It's hard. You've lost everything, and now everybody wants to throw it in your face. Look at what I've got. Russ hit me hard in this one. Russ himself has been stuck in this forever. He's just a projection of it. This is when people are like, look at my life. My life is better than yours. It triggers the shit out of you. Jealousy, envy, obsession, inner child, guilt, shame, transformation, revenge. They call it knee-jerking reactions, but they're just called triggers. And then your outbursts, when you lose control, and your revenge techniques. That's what happens there. People try to gloat at you and try to put you down and try to, make you feel all types of ways because they're better than you and shit. And it really triggers a lot of your inner child. Truthfully, yeah. And that's where guilt, shame, and blame come from. Recognizing your emotional triggers, what makes you act out. It's like, I'm triggered right now. I am so triggered right now. Your vengeful reactions how you get back at people when they piss you off. Yeah, it's a stage, for sure. And I told you, Russ be putting that shit on me. After your triggers, when you really start figuring, you start fucking digging deeper than that, you face your own personal hell. Why? Because you're triggered by everything by this point. Everything is fucking bothering you. You can't keep it together, bro. You're Justin Bieber. You're Britney Spears. You're Kanye. You're just bursting, bro. Everything is just, it's coming up, bro. Everything that people say and do is bringing out the worst in you, bro. Everything. All of your inner child fucking little reactions to things. For real. For real. You just want people to get the fuck out of your face. Don't fucking talk to me. The fucking... You've seen enough videos of them do it. I have plenty too, bro. Yeah, bro. And that's where you're basically in hell. This is where you learn acceptance, honor, and patience. And when you realize that you're just acting out, bro. Basically. This is where you learn dark magic, compassion, death, reincarnation. You face your denials. You face your secrecy. You face all, you know. I mean, it looks that way, but if you could just kind of see it like this, it's like, man, I hate myself. I fucking hate myself so much. I wish I could just die. I hate myself. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody knows what I'm going through. I'm losing everything. It's all my fucking fault. I can't hold anything together. I'm the worst person that ever existed. After you let it all out, you hate yourself. And that's where I said shame, blame, and guilt comes in. And you start really seeing your fucking behaviors. You really hate yourself, bro. Like, I'm never gonna get better. I don't even know how to fucking act. I can't stand myself. And I'm just like, yeah. There's a whole story to it. And it's learning to accept that you're just a child, bro, and you're hurt. It's learning to love yourself. A lot of this stage is seeing yourself, not that you're worthless, but the power of what you've been through and why you act the way you do, bro. You see yourself act out, bro, fully. And you hate how you act. And you wish you could take it back. And why did I act like that, bro? Why do I always act like this, bro? Fuck. For some of us, bro, some of the shit we do and say can destroy so much of our lives, dude. And one day, we can be all the way on top like Russ. And open our fucking mouths and just fucking hate ourselves so much the next day for just fucking running our fucking mouths and acting like that. And you really do, dude. And you just want to fucking die, bro. You're like, fuck. I can't get life right. And fuck, you know, sometimes it's just that, dude. You can easily just open your mouth and ruin a friendship, lose your fucking job, piss somebody off. You know what I mean? You just fucking hate yourself for being yourself. You don't understand yourself yet, but you're at a place of just hating yourself. And you hate the world. And you really hate God. Really? Yeah, welcome to hell. And what do you find there? A bunch of other haters? Really? Yeah, that's where I found low vibrational fucking readers like fucking Empress Ava and fucking mermaid profiteers, ghetto ass, talking shit ass bitches like we're just straight hate these motherfuckers, you slime ass motherfucking bitches. It's very low vibrational. How did you meet these people? Oh, I was in hell with them for a little bit of time. I vibrated fully with these bitches. I was on that hell ass shit. I was in that devil energy is what you call it. I am that energy. You descend out of that shit. Me and Marshall rule that energy. We are the rulers of hell in that. You think it was the other guys, but not really. We've learned to enjoy hell. You guys just suffer in there. Anyway, so that's where that is. The whole state of hell is really just coming to acceptance with yourself. Really? You'll stay there for as long as it is. You'll hate yourself for as long as you want to hate yourself. Russ has been in hell for, I don't know. How long have you been in there, dickhead? Are you ready to move out and talk about your sexuality? What comes next? This is the hell I'm always stuck in. This is that fucking Why? It has to do with me as the dark goddess and my purpose. God made me for procreation. And if you look at all of my, you know what I mean? No, I didn't make babies. He cursed my womb because I didn't give it to who he said and what he said and whatever, God, whatever you say. So now I have to do what he says and, go love them as he says. Anyways, but this is all talking about. This is the initiation for desperation. This talks about breaking your boundaries and how deep you'll go for somebody's love. It really brings out how you desecrate your body, how you use sex as a form of love. It really highlights that, how we have it all fucked up, that we use sex and intimacy for companionship and as a codependency. I just want to point out, they got mushrooms. Anyways, so this is about sexuality, protection, birth, feminine power, feminine mysteries, your inner critic, silence, the great void, and the mysteries. The men learned a lot during this stage. They always learn a lot because they're on the giving side. They don't understand what's going on in a woman's mind while they're doing all of this. And they had to hear my really graphic stories of sexual abuse from men my whole life. And they had to put themselves in some of those positions of, using women as meat. And it was those are hard stages for us to go through as healing. But at the essence, why is it like that? Because I'm Lilith and I used men as meat. Men's meat. Really? Mm-hmm. I'll fuck the shit out of you and just leave you. That's that Knight of Wands. No emotional attachment whatsoever. None? Mm-mm. It's all about power and control. How fast can I make you come? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm programmed that way. Does that turn you on? Watch. I'll walk away and you will never see me again. You just took your babies, your life force, your dignity, all of that. That's not good stuff. That's not good stuff. So in essence, that's what happened to me in this life. And why I fear sex and I have uncontrollable stuff that happens. We're still trying to tame the beast. We're going to unleash it, but we can't let it kill nobody. Bobby says it's heavenly. Anyways, moving on. So that's where I'm always facing that shit. After you get through all your womb issues, then you start to get to see a little bit of the light. This happens around Halloween. This is super duper. The initiation of hope and inspiration. After you've gone through a lot of these levels, deep, dark levels of yourself, then you start to see the light. This would be the star card for all of you, but really in my pagan cards, in the tarot, she is the Princess of Pentacles. Yeah? Mm-hmm. If you had to think of an energy and put it on a tarot energy, that's what she is. So this is Diana, or her daughter, Erin Hood. So this is talking about the moon, the cauldron, regeneration, shape-shifting, the rebirth, because you went through the death, right? So this is the rebirth, then the transformation. This is where your creativity is reborn with poetry, music, prophecy, knowledge, inspiration, hope, right? This is where you hit enlightenment. After you've hit rock bottom, then the enlightenment comes. The light at the end of the tunnel is what she really is. She starts to hold the light for you, right? Now, what that would mean is, in Dante's Inferno, is you've gotten to the fucking, you know what I mean? You've gotten to the way it goes is you get to the pits of hell, but now you have to let yourself back through it. And I'll explain that as we go through this. But Sarah teaches you to dig deep, bro. She teaches you about how to, you know what I mean, harness your inspiration. That's that Kobe, bro. That's that you grabbing onto the idea that it's going to be okay, and really starting to believe it. All right, we're going to get out of here. 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 It's when you start to really, and that's where the inspiration comes. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's brewing in you. It's going to be okay. We're going to get out of here. It's going to be okay. Because you just went through hell, bro, where you just gave up. You will just want to die. This is that next stage. You know what I mean? You're starting to rebuild yourself, but then you're faced with more of it. And I can explain this in the 12 Gates of Alchemy. But you're starting to brew up this hope. So it helps you to hold on to the idea of okay. Okay? That's where that starts. Now, and there's a lot of magic that you learn there. Now the next one, and this is really what I've been pulling on myself is naive. Determination. You have to get out now. You're in hell, and you're contemplating. Sarah Dwin is. You're coming up with ideas to get the fuck out of hell. I'm gonna get out of this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Now, we gotta get up. We gotta do something. This is when you're building up the action. You're building up your fire now. You're starting to collect tools, right? This is when alchemy. There's states when you're starting to take these raw materials. All right, what can I? We can do something. We can't just sit here. Nobody's gonna save us. 8 of Swords. We've got to get up. We can do something. What can we do? What can we do? All right. So then we start to like gather tools, pull ourselves together. We'll get some food. Let me get a drink. Let me get ready. You don't know what you're getting ready for, but you're getting ready. That's what the stage of this is. An initiation of conflict, strategy, determination. This is where you have to get your fight on, bro. You got to go back and face the people, the places, and things that you've just, you know what I mean, that have just broke you. You're getting ready to go back into the world. Really? Uh-huh. You're going back, bro. You went into hiding. You went into hell. It's time to come back. It's a comeback. It's about to be. It's about to be. When we pull the Morgan card, this is that Mormon. We're back. We're back. We're back. It's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in like 2 years. Yeah, I'm back. What's up? What's up? This is you getting ready to say what's up. Right? This talks about your sexuality, your leadership, your preparation, strategies, making plans, deviousness, adaptation, determination, and justice. This would be like the Knight of Wands. You're about to take action. For real? Yeah, dude, you're about to take action. Or I guess that would be the Knight of Pentacles, right? If we went from the Princess to the Knight. Sounds about right. Then here comes. Boom! Boom! That's me. That was my last life. Dude, we're going at it. We're going in. This is it. We can handle this. This is where the Kobe unleashes, bro. This is the Mamba spirit. Nah, bro, I'm taking something. We're doing this. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Battle, life and death, warrior, boundaries, power, prophecy, magic, fords, shape-shifting, sorcery, the enemy within, antagonizers, victory, success, and sovereignty. This is where you hold it down, bro. Like, no more. I'm coming back, bro. I'm coming back for what's mine. I'm coming back, bro. And you're rebuilt in a different armor, bro. You're rebuilt and that's where it is you're rebuilt in prophecy, magic, sorcery, bro. You have this, it's a sovereignty inside because you're rebuilt in the spirit. You're not trying to take on the world and the mind anymore. You got the spirit of God behind you, bro. Really? Yeah, after you've rebuilt yourself, bro, you're not weak in the mind. You're not weak in the resolve. You're ready, bro. Your spirit has been through everything. It is ready, dude. It has been, that's what they say, cast it through the fire. You're really ready, dude. You're like almost diamond status, bro. They're about to take you out the fire. They are. They're cooling. This is that, you're hot as fire. All right, what happens after that? We're going to meet him, Khalik. You already went into battle, bro. You got to keep the battle going. For how long? To the light. You can't stop battling. And this is where it is. It's like once the battle's begun to battle back into the world, you got to keep going. This is about, and this is Kobe in a female form. This is about cycles, rebirth, survival, endurance, overcoming. You know what I mean? This is all about it. This is where you don't give up. No matter how hard it gets, you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and the marathon continues. You don't give up. We don't give up, bro. Keep your head up. We don't give up. We're going to battle through this. When does it stop? You don't know it stops till it stops. What stops? A light. A light inside of you says it's done. There's no more battle to have. You've made it through the darkness. Really? This is healing, truth, integrity, revealing the light. You find your sacred space. You're no longer battling to get to be part of the world. You're no longer battling to get inside of yourself or outside of yourself. The first part of the battle is inside of yourself. Just fighting your mind. When you come out of that and you're strong in your spirit, now you have to fight others. because you're looking at the world that you weren't looking at, that watched you fight your mind, that judged you. And there's a sense of having to stand, and that's that battle, the battle crow. It's where you stand on your principles, bro, and you stand behind the work you did, and you stand up to these bullies that didn't believe in you while you were going through this to become your better self, that stood there and, you know what I mean, made fun of you while you were fighting for your life inside of yourself, and, you know what I mean, doing the hard work. Then you get to a point where I don't have to fight you no more. I don't have to prove shit to you. I don't have to prove it to myself. I'm finally cool, dude. I'm cool, and that's where I am, in the light. This is where you, it's a retreat, an exposition, secrets, hidden things, shattering illusions, another transformation, a reawakening the soul, integrity and wisdom. That's where they say you hit full enlightenment, right? According to this book. So I got this book, and then with this book I got this card deck. I didn't bring out that oracle. Why didn't I bring out that oracle for you? The oracles came later. It was written by the same person, and she taught more levels, not in chapter forms, but more levels of your darker feelings. Know the dark goddess as your dark feelings. Know the goddess as your feelings. God is your action, God is your goddess as your feelings. Are you taking godly actions? Are you acting in, you know what I mean, dark goddess feelings? Now do you see why both of us are here? Dun, dun, dun. We're all here for you. So I learned that first, okay? Now, after that, after I realized that this is the process, because once you come out, you go right back in. You face the same shit, just different memories, different levels of it. So I may have faced, you know what I mean, some of it, some of my sexual abuse when I was a teenager, but I didn't face the shit that happened when in my 20s or 30s or even younger. So every time that wheel spins to that area of my life, I've got to face other levels, more devils, deeper secrets, which we're about to get to. The motherfuckers brought up a fucking deep, dark secret of someone I slept with. And he's living. That's what I was like, dude, is he dead? Please tell me he's dead. They're like, no, he's alive, just like everyone else you slept with. Quit playing around. Oh my God, please. I don't want to tell the world this. Yep, I have to tell you one of my secrets. We'll get to that. And that's where it's like, oh shit. So I learned it that way. Then I got Dante's Inferno. I read this in college. And this shattered my belief system because at this point, I was a devout Christian. And I only knew the teachings of the Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible painted the same fucking picture that he did, but in a very different form. And while I'm reading the literature of his definition of going through the gates of hell, I see them as the transcendental gates to heaven, which is overcoming sin. And I have this shattering moment that starts a dark night of the soul in college. True story. So I get these and I'm not surprised because I had already been through what I know was the hell of my mind and my experience. So I get these, and this talks about the levels of hell. And I put them all in order because apparently we're going to start all of this one by one for each of you. And this is the levels of hell. Now each of these I'm going to show you, but just by going through the book briefly. We'll start with the first one because we're entering the dark night of the soul. So this is where you're meeting the beast of the wild, which are what? Your primordial problems. You, Gaia. You're now in the earth, which would be your root chakra. All right, let's see. The three beasts are allegories for sins of lust, pride, and adversary. The first level of this is you facing, you know what I mean? Your pride, your lust, and your revenge. So if you think about it, as we're ascending to God and we're overcoming sin, ta-da! When I started reading this, I was like, hold the fuck up. I mean, I'm a devout Christian that, you know what I mean, is baptized in the Holy Spirit, and I'm learning this literature And I'm like, wait a minute, he took this. And the deeper I get into it, I understand that he saw it. He saw the rise to God as going through the depths. It was very intriguing. So this is why I will pull these cards. Where in hell are we? Which is, where are we? I'm always asking, where are we in the energy? Where are people? Collective. I'm not there, bro. I'm up here. I can get down to you as soon as I see where you are. And I can literally put myself in the card with you with the current story or a story prior to that. Because I've been through it. And I go through it all the time. Every fucking week. So that's how that works. Alright? After that, I got these cards, which were facing our dark mirrors. Shadow parts of us, bro, that we don't face. So I got these cards later to see what parts of us. So first we face the parts of our lies. Listen to this. After you watch the journey, the lies we tell and believe. Then we talked about our body, how we mistreat or use our body. We talked about our obsessions, bro. We talked about the fake projection of what we give to people. The guilt that we hold in. Feeling all alone in this world. The sacrifices that we make that are not even justifiable. What it meant to be a child and how we never were. How we're very fucking gluttonous and envious. How we have no fucking true fucking essence to ourselves. We're not authentic. We're not wearing our true feelings. Our addictions to whatever they may be. You know what I mean? Our fake heart. How we pretend that we're not hurting. How we're hiding our true selves. How we're masquerading, putting on masks to be liked. Do you see? And so I try to see what parts of us are we not facing. This is how I teach you, because this is how I learned. I got these all in stages. Now what became my second Bible, my most important, are these. These came out much later. The Black Moon Liliths. These teach you so much. And I had to, this is where I'm going to put in a lot of effort. This comes first. Okay, first off, it teaches you, give me a second. First way it starts is it teaches you how to go through your 12 houses. Right? As we go through this stage of Aries, how to lead your life based on your placement. You should have your natal chart and know what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, during Taurus, they're highlighting your worth. During Gemini, they're highlighting your lies and truth. During Cancer, they're highlighting your emotions, the ones you're expressing and not. We are about to reach into Leo, which is showing your true light. Your true colors are about to show, whatever they may be. Virgo is releasing your perfection, trying to live up to other people's standards. Trying to be perfect according to the books that you were told, and da-da-da-da-da-da. This is you trying to balance yourself out and only accepting balanced relationships, not overextending and not overtaking, right? This really, a part of you is about your sexual behavior. God made us to procreate, not to lust, but to make love and make children. President Trump is trying to encourage people to have babies by giving them tax incentives. People are not having babies. As much as they say we're overpopulated, we need new generations. Many will die. They know the numbers of the people that will die. Who will, you know what I mean? Who will carry on mankind. So we have to talk about, the way that you interact with others. We have to talk about your freedoms. How you lack freedom. I'm a Sagittarius, and most of my chart is all about freedom in most of these areas of life. Is how to find freedom in most of those areas in your life. As an Aquarius, you have to understand that you are built different. Alike but different, and very special. A very unique star in a fucking galaxy. Shining ever as bright as all the other stars, but with different powers. You must understand that. All the stars are stars are stars. Each of them are a reflection of, you know what I mean? The great big star of life. We all shine differently. None of us are dark stars. You shine. You have to allow yourself to shine in your very individual way. Wherever God has placed you in the sky. And you have to honor your boundaries. I was talking to Morgan about that today. I was like, no matter what, I'm destined to be a half and half girl. Half my time with my husband, half my time with my God. It'll be that way. Why? Because there has to be boundaries. You know what I mean? Our lives cannot just be all about each other. But there has to be, again, the freedom, the individuality. There has to be space to express and stuff like that. Time to miss you. Okay, so we learn that right away. First stages, we learn about going through the wheel. Now, the next stages, where the fuck did they go? You learn about, again, your divine feminine. Me. Eve. And how Adam came into the picture. Right? You learn about the creation. How it all goes, right? You learn through the stages of all the feminines. Really? Pretty much. The feminine energy. Then we start working with the planetary energy. You learn about the sun and how it works with you and what it means in your chart. There's a list on every of these. If it's in you, wherever your sun sign is. You learn about the moon and how it works in your chart. Mercury. You learn about working through your planetary energies, communication, love, drive, expansion, reality, and discipline. Freaking sparks of genius, using illusion and imagination, endings and regeneration, and how the moon reflects all of this back to us regularly. So in essence, by there you should be an astrologer. If you studied those cards hard enough, right there is your full astrology. You know what to do every year if you were just studying astrology. That simple? Yeah, because each of these highlight your shadows. What it brings out in your shadows as each of these signs come up. Really? Mm-hmm. But then it gets better. According to alchemy, which is taught by the Kabbalists, the alchemical hermetic alchemy and all of that, it shows you the 12 gates of alchemy. You start with the dark night of the soul. Emotional clearing. So this would be a tower. Having to let things go. Right? Having to let things go. Becoming whole again by just the separation. Releasing your shadow. As you release your shadow, your soul ascends. You still have to do some more purifying and clearing as it's trying to rise. There's still some red tape or old repressed feelings, some harsh feelings. You're still sour about it. Right? But as you begin to release it, that's where the spiritual magic comes in. That's where you've broken into your Akashic records. That's where more of your soul becomes free. You've freed your soul from guilt and shame and whatever was heavy on your heart. I have to tell you what I have to tell you because otherwise I'm holding a secret and it'll be heavy on my heart. It's a confession. Alright, for someone like me, after you do this, you give it enough time and it starts to set in what you've done. Whether you've quit your job, you've left your relationship, you're no longer talking to your friends, you shut down your Facebook, whatever the case may be. You dropped out of school. After a week or so, it's starting to set in, and it'll feel better. Give it another week, you feel good. You feel good about your decision. You're ready to embrace the idea of something new coming in. Now, because you're in a hopeful state, your blessings are multiplying. Because you believe that you did the right thing and all good things are going to come from this, good things start to come from this. That's where they say you're projecting your spiritual gold. Meaning you believed in it and now you're seeing it. You're seeing your beliefs come to fruition. This is why I do it all the time. All you have to do is face one hard feeling at a time and you can make gold out of it. Ta-da! I have other books that we got, some other ones that we just recently got that I use that are different stages that we're taking. I have my Morgan cards that were written by a weird priestess that studies the Morgan, and I was excited, but I didn't know she was so weird. And, everyone that studies, whether they study me in Kali, Lilith, Morgan, they study me in a very satanic way, and I don't appreciate that. That's not exactly what they were supposed to do. I'm here to clean all that shit up. But in essence, yeah, they had abilities to do, talk to the dead and, come to me for, you go to Jesus for compassion, understanding, forgiving, love, all those kind things. had accessed the light. You came to the dark to understand the dark. And that's what the dark goddess does, and that's what I teach you. That's what makes me different from everyone, is I can teach you your dark side. They teach you how to access the light, but I teach you that you can only do it by facing your dark sides. That's what Carl Jung taught. I didn't know who he was, but he was highlighted in every one of these books I kept reading. And I finally got this book. By this time, it's nothing more than confirmation. This is one of his last illustrations. It's talking about the symbols and what they mean. So going back to Vision Quest and how I am as a seer and a sage, those visions that you're giving, I teach you how to distinguish them. He teaches you too. He understood that the things he was seeing in his mind meant something else. And that's what it is too. When the Jewish break down the Bible, people break it down, it's like these words mean more than what they're saying. It's just a simple word, but if you take the word out of context, and that's why there's always Bible studies. They'll take one sentence and make a whole hour out of church out of it, taking that context and breaking it down for you. That's what he does with symbols. Why do we have that? Well, quite interesting. We're dealing with Metatron, and he only talks to me in symbols. They're not full conversations. He's just sending symbols at me. So I have to use those symbols. I have to use what I have to understand the language of what he's talking. He talks in the language of symbols. I'm a writer, so I use those symbols and put them into words. Typically, that's not how my visions work, Now, let's start there. When I first started, you hit your angels and your archangels, my spirit guides. I can't tell you which one came first, whether it was Pac or Michael Jackson. But of course, doing stuff like this, in the beginning, people certainly thought I was crazy when I said I was talking to dead people like Pac and Michael Jackson. And it only got worse with the higher level of dead celebrities, dead presidents, as they say, that I started speaking with. It got worse and worse, and it's just like, oh gosh. People just did not believe me. I could not stop it. I saw them, and they spoke to me. How? Well, in the beginning, they would stand before me, and it would just be non-movement and just a heart transmission where my heart would have a conversation. Later, with more time, I was able to see them move, and I was able to hear their voices, right? It developed later into that, but no. And when I worked with most all of these ascending masters, it's pictures. I say, hold on, I'm getting a download. I'm seeing a vision is what that means. A projection's being put in my head as I'm reading or seeing something. And I have to take this vision, which sometimes it can be a little aerial play where I'm seeing something play out, or sometimes it's a bunch of it, where like the other time I was like, I'm seeing villages, meaning they're showing me, an eastern view of a village, then a western view, then an aerial view, and I've got to put this into a sentence. What does this have to do with what I'm reading? Stuff like that. It's pictorial. So going back to Joseph, Moses, Jesus, all of the disciples, they saw visions. Angels spoke to them through visions. So I teach you how to understand how God's speaking to you through visions and through, music and stuff like that, and how the Holy Spirit speaks. I'm just learning a new language of the Holy Spirit, the highest level of light, but before there was words. And that's before there were letters, there were symbols. And that goes back to beyond, ancient Egypt and shit. It's like before there were letters, there were symbols, which meant sentences. And that goes back to sigils in the beginning of the alphabet. Runes, all of that. It was a symbol. And that symbol, like the crucifix, like the Star of David, like our flags, like our phone numbers, those stand for something. We can see numbers, and that's a language. We can see letters that become a language. We can see things that, that becomes the language. I'm in a place where before things become, the becoming of things. And that's what I described the other night, I think it was last night, that I'm in the 10th dimension, where you put these things together. That's how all of science came. They had visions, but they had to put the figures together to make it an equation. And that's how the universe is created, in that sense. God gives you all power. All right, do something with this. These are the raw, and that's what it means for alchemy. Is take the raw materials, the raw substance of what you have, and make something great. Make something out of nothing. And that's what the universe was. First there was nothing, and then there was something. God created the whole world, or the whole universe, in 7 days. You can do that, and that's what I showed you, is you get the thought, right? It starts with thought. Inspiration, the spark of thought, which is Seer. You know what I mean? The Princess of Pentacles. I have an idea. I have an idea. Or I have a dream. I have a vision. I have a plan. It's all just an idea. We all have great ideas given to us by God. You have to work through your levels of your chakras, which is, first off, you saw it. Can you tell anybody what you saw? That's opening your throat chakra. All right? Now, can you believe it with your heart? Is your mind standing in your way, or your heart believes this? Okay? Now, the next one is your solar plexus. Do you have the willpower to make this happen? That's that sun sign. That's right here. Can you make this happen? When you get down, the next one you go through, you got your solar plexus. Then it's your sacral. All your secrets, all your insecurities. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. If you can fight those, then you can build. If you've already fought your internal system of, you know what I mean? And that's it. Like when you make a decision, I'm going to get divorced. You think about it for a long fucking time. All right, I'm going to get the papers. Meaning you tell somebody that you're going to get divorced. You talk to a divorce lawyer. Now you got the papers. You have to fight all your fucking fears. All your fucking fears to give them the papers. And now it's real. There's no turning back. You serve the papers. There's no fucking turning back now. You serve the papers. You had this idea and you made it real. Welcome to the dark night of the soul. Now comes the regret, the shame, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Why did I do that? Oh God, oh God, this is going to be so bad. Oh God, why did I do this? I'm going to lose everything. My family hates me. Everybody hates me. This is where you end up in your car. You end up in a hotel. You're losing friends on Facebook. They're all talking about you. You're getting kicked out of, your little social groups and shit. You're a bad guy. You're a cheater. You're this. You're that. You did all this. You're fucking destroying the family. You're a horrible person. Oh, God. Right? So what are you doing? You're waking your way back to God, bro. Now you got to work your way back through your fears. You got to take action, dude. You got to go to fucking court. You got to tell the fucking story, bro. And then what? Bitch, you're having a divorce party. You're fucking hoes again. I mean, depending on what you're planning on doing once you get divorced. I mean, just saying. That's how it is. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's all of that. It's all of that. So what happened to me? I'm sitting with my... You ready for the confession? You're gonna love this. Oh, God. I wish I didn't have to tell you. I got a vision. And it's right here. I gotta tell you. Oh, and I grabbed my belly. No, please don't make me tell them. Please don't make me tell them. That's why I grabbed my belly. It's right there in your belly. You're like, oh no, I can't tell them. I can't do it. I'm so scared. Why? It's hidden in my guts. I had sex with somebody. Oh no, I gotta tell you so I can be free. Why? The truth shall set you free. Did you know? Kind of. Maybe. I mean, I was there. Does that count? I'm sitting there jamming with Pac. No, I'm not. I'm so not. It's actually Nate Dogg, and he's always there, but I don't ever connect with him. He's real quiet. And after hanging out with him, I realized he's a peer pressure guy. He was around because of the peer pressure. He's like Marshall. He's real cool. He's real cool. He's not fire. He's like water. Like, no, he's real cool. He'll back you up, but he's not going to start no shit. He's real cool. He's real cool like that. So I'm chilling with him, and then all of a sudden, here comes Podcast. Pod comes in with that song, and it's all about you, and I'm listening to it differently, and they're talking shit to Russ. It's like, you make this all about you, and it's all about you, and it's all about you. And I started laughing, and I posted that, right? and then it went off, and the next song that came on was um, All Around the World with Pac and Shock. And I knew Shock in real life, Shock G, right? Yeah, I used to hang out with him before he died. So then I'm really hanging with Pac and Shock. And then they remind me. What did they remind you? They reminded me that I slept with Money B. Did you? I mean, not really. It was an impotency problem on his behalf, but I remember being in the hotel. They showed me in the hotel. I was like, no, you were there? You were there too. No! Oh my god, he's dead, right? He's dead, right? He's dead. And then I look it up, and it's like, no, bitch, he's totally alive. Oh my god, please don't make me tell the world. You was just a groupie. That's not true, bro. That's not true. We hung out a lot. We hung out a lot. This is what happens. I have a bad habit of freaking, friends with benefits. I don't have men. I have friends with lots of benefits. If it benefits me. No. Yeah. More than once? No, just once. I just can't remember if it was Colorado or California. I can't remember. We hung out all the time. I can remember leaving the hotel, but I don't know where that was. I really can't remember. I have these memories of hanging out with them down in San Diego in Horton Plaza. I can't remember, bro. I was like, no way, bro. No way did I do that. I did that. Damn it. Forgive me for my sins. And you know what's worse? I don't get to just tell you. My fucking Holy Spirit's gonna make me go tag him and tell him. I hate my Holy Spirits. I hate you, Pac. I was grabbing them. I was like, I hate all of you so much right now. Why can't I just... Why did you make me remember this? Fine, I'll tell them. No, but then you gotta tell... No, please don't make me do this. Are you getting divorced? I'm just saying. That's how it happens, bro. They remind you of some shit, and you gotta fucking speak the truth, and you gotta grab your belly and fucking face your fears and let it loose, bro. Put that shit in the ground. Let it go to rest. You had a deep, dark secret. Do you know this? No, I didn't know this. Please don't make me tell anybody my shadow. Oh, my God. Did you know that Money B's like 4 feet nothing? For real? Well, I'm only 5'2". So, in essence, I wasn't a jolly green giant, but still. Isn't that funny? We had so much good times. And Shock, of course, would bring... This isn't funny. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm not, but damn. Why you got... Damn, Becky. Are there more? I mean, no. Are there more? I wouldn't want to ask. If there is, we will sure find out. Cleaning out the closet of my mind. Jesus Christ, right? Did you use protection? I don't know. I'm protected now. It was obviously 20 fucking years ago. And again, they're showing me that he couldn't get it up. The little guy couldn't get up. Are you going to argue with them? I'm not arguing with them. Gosh damn it. And they're just, I got to have this talk with them, his homies. That are like, go tell him that you slept with him. That's not funny. You were there? I mean, not really. Shock wasn't now, but he found out when he died. Fucking Pac. You gotta tell everybody's secret. And I did not know that Nate, well, I mean, he's always there. He's that quiet dude that's always singing the good shit. Fucking Nate. That's what's funny. It's like, and then we had to talk about, before they wanted to tell me about my sex life, we were having an argument about, cigars, yeah. They were all smoking cigars. They were like, have cigars. I'm like, why? Like, it tastes good. I was like, it smells like garbage. They're like, you don't inhale it, you just taste it. And then there's, Kobe. They're having, sitting with all the men and they're having cigars. And I'm like, I don't like this. And they're like, no, but this is what we did. Because it's cool. And I'm like, it's not cool. And then Pac's like, he'll light a cigarette. But the rest of them, not so much. They're like, it's a thing. I was like, it's like hookah, because I don't like the smell. Do you like the smell? I don't like the smell of cigars. They were trying to make me think that it's cool. I don't think it's cool. But then again, people don't like the smell of cigarettes, which I don't either. If I'm not smoking a cigarette, I don't want to, if I'm standing next to you and you're smoking a cigarette and I'm not, then I'm bothered by the smell too, right? As far as weed, no, I like the smell of weed. I think it smells good. Really? Yeah, I know people that think it smells like shit. They're like, ugh, it smells like shit. I mean, I guess, sure. Anyways, yeah, my Holy Spirits don't never give me a break. And that's why I was like, don't make me. It can be that simple where you have to, like, tell on yourself, but pretty much, yeah, it's just facing yourself. And I can alchemize them pretty fast and bring them down to reality and go through because my mind can only say no for a little bit. My heart knows better. I've done this for so long that my heart's like, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. My heart is stronger than my mind. In the beginning, the mind is all things. And that's what this battle is. You know what I mean? God gives you visions of how he wants you to live your life. And you have to battle your mind and your reality to make this vision a new reality. Something simplistic is not saying the F word. I told Morgan, I was like, bro, I dropped it so hard in the middle of my church reading. She's like, yeah, you might need a swear bucket. I was like, it's not about swearing. It's just that word. God told me to stop saying it. She's like, dude, I say that shit all the time, bro. I was like, well, you're not going to help. And it's just that. It's not for anybody. Nobody told me but my higher self to stop saying that. Just because it's a higher knowing that I could be better and not use that word. It's going to take a lot of challenges, and every time I do it, I'm ashamed of myself and embarrassed. I wasn't before, but now that I've become aware, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn it. I hate myself. Why can't I ever just stop and da-da-da-da-da? In the essence, I'm like, nah, I'll get this. It'll take some time. And that's where you're more forgiving to the understanding that you're practicing being better. And in the practice, you're perfecting it. And that's that fermentation. More days go by where you don't drop the F-bomb. And then the day comes by and you're like all kinds of F-bombs. I'm not talking about fucking. I'm talking about the bad word. The real bad word. It wasn't a bad word till God said, don't use that word. And that's really what it is all the time. You're getting this higher, this 5D knowledge of how to live your life differently. And you're inspired to put this into action, but also influence other people, inspire other people to live by this new way of life. So some of them can be easy, some of them can be hard. Where, trying to teach America to, not be American with an American beer in their hand is like kind of really hard. It's like you're asking me to give up what makes me me. I know, but if we go to another country, can you still be you without a beer? Because they don't do that over there. You know what I mean? And that's where it is learning different ways of life, becoming adaptable to change and stuff like that. It's like, I know you always do that. And that's it, something like that. Taking a risk with almond milk. I'm just going to try this. Let's try it. Let's give it some time. Now, I'm drinking chocolate milk right now, and you need to have milk for chocolate milk. I don't know. It's not the same. But in the essence, it's like, I know this is better for me. People say it's better. I should try this. Give it a try. You know what I mean? Don't knock it till you try it is what they say. And a lot of us do. We talk all kinds of shit about people's way of life because we don't understand it. We've never tried to live that way. We've never, dumbed ourselves down or stepped ourselves up to that type of level. And that's where it is. A lot of it is dumbing yourself down, humbling yourself, in essence, gives you more power. Why? Because there's less people on top. And the people on top are carrying some of the most low vibrational qualities. Where it's the people that are humble that have some of the better, that have that soul to them. They still have their souls intact. They didn't sell their souls to fame and fortune. They didn't sell their integrity and their family and their morals and scruples and lie and cheat and steal to get where they are. Where these people are considered liars and cheaters and thieves because they're desperate and, they take from stores and break into cars and shit like that. Whereas, you guys are over there doing God knows what, and we will find out in the templates tomorrow. Just kidding. It was what? Diddy was doing what? So, yeah, there's my confessions. These are my anything could come out of me. Why? Because I have 39 years of shit I'm hiding from myself and from others. I'm a whole mystery. I'm a book of mysteries. But that's how we do it. And it's dark and it's ugly, and some of them get harder than others. And when you get to this stage, you just accept the process that this is what it is. One thought, one feeling at a time, we pull out, we pull apart, we speak about it, we break it down, and we add some fire to it, put it under the microscope, and we make it something better. We take an experience in our life that really fucked us up, and we look at all the fucked up pieces of it, and we try to repiece it in our mind, reprogram our way of viewing it with understanding, love, compassion, forgiveness, and we turn that darkness into a light of an empowerment. Before, it was very disempowering. Our experiences are very disempowering to, us. They keep us mentally fucked up, emotionally cut off. We take this experience, we go back, and we repair our emotions, and we become mentally stronger from it. And that's how you come out like me, a whole fucking warrior. Like, what the fuck happened to her? I face my shadows, and I am not afraid of shit, because there's nothing scarier than the shit that's in my mind. God's got me on the outside. And that's where the thing is like, where does the rest of it come from? Well, God asked me to give up the outside world to spend all my time fucking navel-gazing into my mind. And that's what I do, bro. I'm a master of the mind, dude. I spend all times... I leave the mind now. I mean, when it comes, I deal with what comes in it. But ultimately, it's a clean slate. I have to keep my chakras clean so that I'm here. All the time. All the time. If I'm not here, where did I go? I went straight down here to my sacral. There was secrets hidden in my sacral, which is, down in reality somewhere. I went from la 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 to, oh shit, we're in my vagina. I have secrets hidden in there. Really? Yeah. Where was it? In my mind, obviously. It wasn't, where was it? Hidden. Yeah. Truthfully. And that's where your memories are, and they take you to dark places. And that's where it is. Can you see it, right? You saw it. You remembered it. Can you talk about it? Do you want to talk about what's bothering you? I'm just going to keep it in my head and keep it to myself and explode in my head. How about not? How about not? Let's talk about it. Let your heart hurt a little bit. Let your heart be hurt about it. Right? Let's take some action. Maybe you want to call somebody. Maybe you want to do something about this. This will make you feel better. I know you're scared, but this will make you feel better. All right, I'm going to do it. It sounds so much easier than it is. I assure you, we're going to spend a whole week. We just stopped a cycle. This is the moon cycle. We start tomorrow. When I pull the cards tomorrow, we will know. I mean, we could have just started again with more fucking sexual shit. How many people have you had sex with that you haven't admitted to? That we could start a whole fucking book of shadows right there. And that's your body count. How many people have you had sex with that you don't remember or that you don't want to tell nobody about? Are you ashamed of that person, or are you ashamed of yourself? Do you treat that person like shit? Or do you treat yourself like shit for the situation? Any questions as to what we need to work on this week? We could start there, but throughout the week, that's just what some of us. There could be some Mother Marys out there that, that don't have this. So then I'll pull out cards in other levels where other people are facing other devils of their mind. They're not facing that. They're facing their family issues. They're not facing that. They're facing financial issues. They're not facing that. They're facing friends. They're not facing that. They're facing, body shaming. They're not facing that. They're facing lies. There's different levels of temptation that all of us are trying to get over. So right now, as they said, lust, adversary, and what was the first one? Fucking assholes. I don't remember. It's staring right at me. But it makes sense. We're going into Leo season. Let me read it one more time. Where's the book? So I'm going to keep these in order, and we will start taking the order as I'm triggered into the darkness, which is usually Wednesdays and Fridays. I went to 33, which was the treacherous garden. Let's start in the beginning. I'm going to read this to you. This is your first line. This is what you face first. The allegory for lust, pride, and adversary, which has diverted our hero from a true path to salvation. Your lustful ways, your pride, and your adversary, sending him on a course that may lead to his damnation. This card speaks of our tendency to ignore and downplay small problems and concerns, pretending we don't notice them so we may focus our attention on weightier matters. And that's where you're not facing the things that are in front of you. You currently have challenges you haven't overcome. You're running from them, keeping yourself busy in work and, with your life. No, I don't have to deal with that. You have to deal with that. These are called loose ties. At this time, become clear about what is leading you away from your true purpose or causing you to fall short of your potential, and it is a time to apply the needed discipline to get back on track. Page 11. 111 is the first card. This is where it starts. The dark night of the soul is facing your reality. What is it? You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, you're not enjoying life because of your job. You're not enjoying life because of your relationships. You're not enjoying life because of the dead weight you're carrying around. There's lots of things. And that's it. You're looking at your reality. It starts with Gaia, too. And that starts the dark night of the soul. And your triumph of lies. Let's read this, too. And I'll let you guys go. It's not typically a Tuesday thing, but God is going to give you strength to fight it on a Tuesday. That's good for you. You can roll with this on a Tuesday. You can face your healing any day of the week, bro. I just put mine on a schedule because I made this schedule. Well, I mean, I roll with the planetary schedule. That's why I looked up in the clouds on a beautiful day and saw that this was upon you. All right. Not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there's nothing under the dress. A triumph of lies is an appearance, and an appearance is always so important in the world. Day by day it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek to be what the world outside desires, not necessarily socially at large. Our families or partners or friends place judgment on what we should be. In a dress we choose. We carve a mask of expectations, behaviors, and values and live by it. Meaning you can't let them down. You're letting yourself down by living up to them. You can't let them down. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relationships, as being honest and true to ourselves can be too tiring, too easy to make us hurt. And that's it. If you tell them the truth, it's going to cause problems. Unfortunately, the relationship with our mask is not as straightforward as it feels. Inside the mask, envy grows, vanity takes root, lack of self-confidence becomes a habit. It gnaws at us and hurts us from inside. You're denying yourself and it's killing you. You want to be free, you want to be yourself, but it's eating up away from you because you're trying to please everyone around you. If it feels like it's ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It's just the lie we have made a habit to believe in. When our lives become a gliding cage and our dress becomes a burden, we should remember that we were born naked. And this is where it happens. You're not your job. You're not this relationship. You're not just a father, a son, a mother. You are a child of God. Your individuality has to be identified by Christ. Not the things of this world, but that you are set apart from this world and that you are indeed special. You look at yourself as not important and you don't treat yourself important. This is the basis of self-love. You don't love yourself as much as the love you put into others. You don't put all of that into your happiness. Your life is to create happiness for others. Therefore, you deny yourself as the important child of God, and you put all things of this world before God. For you are a child of God, and you are His. To say that you don't matter is to say that God doesn't matter. That your feelings aren't important. It goes back to something as simplistic as Bobby. He thinks he's a great man. It's like you're not. This isn't great because you don't want to stand up for yourself. You think you're great by denying yourself any pleasures of this life, by not honoring that you're hurting or that you're unhappy or that you deserve better. You just accept life so that you can please everybody else and their needs. Rather than making it a little bit difficult on yourself and others and being free, you'd rather just wear this. And that goes back to all of them. If I'm not Eminem, then who am I? You're Marshall Mathers. You choose to be Eminem every fucking day. Take it off. Be a child of God with just a simple name and a simple man with a simple life. You've seen that that's all you've ever wanted, but you can't have it as Eminem. Neither can you, Kanye. Fucking Lewis. You long for the life that God wanted it for all of us. You want that happy life, that happy wife, the family. You want that, what we all denied ourselves. Why? Because it was too much work. It was too much work to love another. It was too much work to control ourselves. It was too much work to help ourselves to be better selves for someone else. It's too much work to compromise with another person. So we deny ourselves true happiness because we don't want to do the fucking work. We'd rather do all the other works of the world that don't bring us happiness. Right? My heart chakra is hurting as I say that. So you go out there and you tell people, I'm not looking for a real relationship, when all you really want is someone to cuddle and hold and to go to sleep with you at the end of the night and wake up in the next morning and to live this life with you as you go through this life. That Bonnie and Clyde, till death do us part. But you don't want to do the work. You don't want to fight the fears. You don't want to fight the memories. You don't want to relive it. You don't want to try again, or even try at all. But that's what we were all called for, is to have that happy life. And I, as Lilith, who denied it, I assure you, denying God's calling is denying happiness in your life. He doesn't accept that I'm happy all alone, because he knows that not being alone will make me more happy. I've learned how to be happy. My entire existence, all cut off from the world. He's trying to show me that the world he created for me will make me happy too. And that's what he's trying to show you. And it's a lot of fighting my own reasoning as to why I don't want to deal with the world. But the more I fight that dealing and the more I get into the world, the more joy I get out of the world. Instead of sitting on the outside hating it, I get in and hate it. But I love it. That's where I was like, I fucking hate you. I hate you guys so much. I hate you guys so much. And that's really it is. It's not. We hate being human, but it's not so bad to be human. And that's all he wants us to do, is to really enjoy this human experience. Understand the ups and downs of it, but enjoy the experience that he gave to us. This is my last life. Many of you, this is your life will end here and he'll give you another life. But it's not about cramming your life with everything you can do in one day, but really enjoying every day that God has given you. He gave the world, he gave the earth experience and the human experience as something that he didn't give to the rest of the universe. And we all lined up to be part of this experience. It turns out it's not such an easy experience to be God and have to create a whole world by ourselves and learn how to survive in it. And that's really what he gave us, is the ability to be him. Create our own little realities, our own little worlds, our own little networks, our own little children, just like he did. And it turns out it's not easy to play God. But when we're done playing God, we can come back and he can reassert himself here with us, and he can do that for us, and then we can really enjoy what he had hoped. Because when he really created the garden, he just wanted, a place for all his children to run free and enjoy everything, and he would take care of them. But just like myself and Lucifer, no, I got it, God. I'm gonna do my own thing. No, but don't you want me to take care of you? Don't you want a husband? Don't you want a wife? Don't you want some food? Don't you want some kids? Come on, I want to take care of you. That's God. He really wants to give you, as he says, the greatest things. But you have to fight your own mind to believe in him and accept what he's trying to do for you. You're like, why do you keep doing this, God? I'm just trying to help you. I love you. Stop loving me. God damn it. Use God's name in vain. That's just a saying. And yes, I mean, I cuss out God all the time. Maybe you guys don't do it to his face, but I do. I don't have many secrets other than the fact that I slept with that guy. Just kidding, I have plenty of secrets. We'll find out more some other day. They just come out of nowhere. Really? Yeah. God makes me tell you too. It's embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. Is it? I don't know. I don't think he's gonna feel that. He doesn't. There's somebody on the other side that's like, you're calling having sex with me embarrassing? No, I'm saying that my life is embarrassing. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, somebody's gonna shame me for having sex with you. Do you shame me? Are you ashamed of having sex? You don't even remember me. That's what's shameful, right? Ah, what if you do? That's even creepier. Fuck, I hope I don't have to. I hope he doesn't open this message. Of course he's gonna open this message. My life. And that's what it is sometimes they'll make you really go dig up the bones and give a dog a bone. God damn it, Bog. I hate my fucking spirit guides. That's why I know it's personal, bro. It's them. It's their friend, bro. I slept with their friend, bro. I slept with their friend. They're snitching on me like a motherfucker, bro. Why did you say that? I don't know. Fuck. Jesus Christ. How embarrassing, right? How many friends have you slept with? No, no. That's where they reminded me. You're just a girl. And lots of girls do this. Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Forgive me for my sins. Welcome to the Dark Night of the Soul. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, taters.